Now I'm going to show you how to edit specific parts of a photograph and not others. So this picture is kind of dull here. I want to make it look like I've got some sunlight coming in here. So first I want to hit up the overall thing, and again I feel like my pictures are a little bit gray, so I'm going to boost the contrast on them. That will get that gray feeling out of there. Now these edits up here have to do with specific parts of the photograph. Number one, if I had a crooked horizon line, say for instance, I just want to use the one that looks like a level, and I want to trace the line that's there, and it is off a little bit. So I'm going to trace it from one side to the other, and it draws a box around it, and if I hit return, it straightens it out. So now my horizon line in the back, even though I can't see it very much, is straightened out. Number two, these two sliders here. So I've got an adjustment brush. So if I wanted to, I could come in here and specifically paint one specific area. So number one, I would like my mask to be on. That allows me to see the areas that I am painting. So right now all I'm doing is masking out what I want to change. So maybe if I just wanted to brighten just this soccer ball, I would paint over that area. I can unmask it. You can see areas where I've painted and where I haven't. The reason why this looks so dark is if you look over here in my slider, my exposure is way down. So if I slide my exposure way up, it can get really bright. And I can hit it up with, clarity or whatever it is that I want to do to that soccer ball. If I'm not happy with my changes, I can just click on the point that it made there, and I can delete that. So this is it's back in its normal phase. I actually think it looked kind of nice with a little bit of, I'm going to set these back to 0, with a little bit of texture over top of it. So I'm sorry, with a little bit of its exposure brightened, so I am going to brighten this back up again. And by the way, if I change my, on here, I can also, if you look at the slider here, if I change my feather, it softens up the edge around there. So I can change the amount of feathering that it does around the edge, and I can also change the size of the brush. So if I need to get into a really small area, I could do that. Or a really big brush. You want to be careful with the big brushes because sometimes I'm just going to do it real quick here though. If I got too big of an area, I can hit my Option key, and I can subtract out areas. So Option will actually subtract some of your mistakes or where you've bled over the edge. Okay. Turning off my mask and back here to the exposure. Don't all quite that bright. All right. And then I've got, so that was the brush tool. So if I wanted to specifically brush a certain area, or say if I had, I don't know, one thing in a photograph that I wanted to appear gray, I could paint it all up, and then I could come down here and desaturate that whole thing. So I'm still on that there, for instance, like I can desaturate this ball. I can remove the color from it. This right here, it looks like a graduated, it's called graduated filter. It is what it is, and I can pull in basically a shade over top and then angle it where I want it to go. And I can make changes within there. So I could make this look like there's some warm sunlight coming in over top of this ball, and it really changes the overall effect of the entire picture. So, and again, you can see how I'm bringing that slider in. So I can add very specific types of details. You don't want to overdo it because then it would look fake, but just this little bit makes it look like it's like early morning or evening. When I'm finished with that edit and happy with it, I hit enter. By the way, you can hit all of these sliders within there as you're working on it. So maybe you want to boost the texture in there. I don't want to saturate it anymore, but I really lifted up the temperature. Enter twice, and I'm back to my regular menu. Likewise, this radial filter would do the same type of thing. It allows me to edit within a specific area. So it's made some changes inside that. I can choose to flip the edit so it's on the outside. I have used this radial filter before. I don't use it nearly as much as the graduated filter. So those are some things that you can add. So definitely straighten your horizon lines. The spot removal tool, I guess I can show you that one. I will show you in my document. Spot removal tool is for something like, oh, no, it's not going to show. Let's try this JPEG here. So here's this poor girl with this fake pimple on her head. A spot removal tool would be if you wanted to get rid of something specific. You could heal it. I want to pull the feather down on top of this. So basically I click wherever the blemish is, and it throws out, it tries to match up the tone. So if I hit enter, like it's literally gone. So that's what that spot removal tool is for. You'll definitely use that later on when you guys do portraits. If you have a pimple on your nose or on your face, it's easy to get rid of. All right, so those are those tools. So just the adjustment here for horizon lines, spot removal tool, and the graduated filters that are here.